Opening comments, Coach. Welcome.
Yep, thank you. Congratulations to Texas. Played a really good game. They've got a really complete team. Disappointed, obviously, in the outcome. We couldn't sustain some of the momentum we had from the first quarter. Thought we started out in a great way. Defense with the interception, and you get your opportunities against a really good team. You have a very small margin for error, and missed our field goal, come back and get another stop and a couple more stops, and then we give up a long drive for a touchdown, and we make a field goal, but we couldn't get anything sustained. We had our opportunities in the first quarter, first half, a couple of turnovers that led to I think they scored a touchdown off of the back-to-back fumbles there late in the second quarter, and they got up and put a lot of pressure on us. We had some good moments on defense today, and we had some really bad moments when we needed to be at our best and we weren't. And so whatever we did bad on that field, whether it's offense, defense, or in the kicking game, I mean, it starts with me. I got to do a better job having these guys prepared and ready to play. There were some bright spots, not many of them, but there were some. And thought Eli Bowman really played well at times in his limited opportunities out there today. Really nice job. We got to be more efficient. You lose the turnover battle and you lose the rushing total. They averaged around 5.9 yards a carry. We averaged 2.3. Those are the two stats that are going to always jump out, where we got to be better, where we fell short, running the ball and taking care of the ball. They did a good job of sustaining the run and being efficient and explosive in the run game when they needed to. Thought we were sloppy at times, setting the edges. We did a really poor job consistently setting edges. We get nosy and try to make plays, and they bounce the ball outside and around us, and you just can't do that. So I didn't think we played great disciplined physical football like we needed to give ourselves a chance. And some bright spots in Luke Elzinga. He did a nice job. Again, averaged just under 50 yards. I thought our coverage units for the most part were pretty good as well. But with that, man, we got it. We're 4-2. And we have the back half of our season sitting in front of us. Got a lot of work to do. Got to continue to get better. Guys fought with great effort, but we got to be better. And so we got to coach them better. We got to get them to play better at a higher level.
All right, Coach. We're going to open it up for questions. Again, we have microphones on either side of the room. You'll raise your hand. We'll get it to you. We're going to start on the second row along the aisle right here. John Hoover.
Yeah, Brent. John Hoover, Sooners on SI. Is this on? Can you hear me? Should I keep going? There we go. There I'm on. John Hoover, Sooners on SI. You mentioned the loss of early momentum, particularly on offense. Did they make adjustments to take things away from you guys, or did y'all just stop going to those plays that seemed to be working early on?
Yeah, I mean, again, it's football. Sometimes they're in position to defend it well, and other times they weren't. So it's a combination of a lot of things. Sometimes it's us, sometimes it's them. Again, they're a good defense. They're not going to give you a whole lot of opportunity. You got to take it when it's there, and and everybody plays a part in that, and to get into a good rhythm. And we knew that you're going to be times you're not going to go there and have great rhythm as a football team from the beginning to the end when you're playing somebody that is that well-rounded in all three phases. So when you lose the momentum, you got to do a good job of getting the rhythm back, and we didn't do a good job, and they did a good job on their part.
All right, we're going to go to the third row on the aisle here on the right side.
Yeah, Brent, you've coached with number one teams at Oklahoma and Clemson. Does Texas strike you as the number one team? What were your overall impressions of
through the first half of the season? I don't see a lot of teams that have played as well in all three phases as they have. They got a good team, and they're good in the right places. Quarterback, offensive line, they've got explosive playmakers. They got a really good defense, where they got good experience. I think they've 19, maybe 20. I think 20 or 21 out of their top 22 players on offense and defense are juniors and seniors, experienced team. So they're a veteran team that got good players.
All right, we're going to go on the far left side.
Yeah, Barry Trammell with the Tulsa World. Brent, does it alarm you, the difference that suddenly has come up between your program, your team, and Texas?
Is it alarming?
Does it alarm you that the difference that seems to be has formed?
I don't know if it harms us.
All right, we're going to go here, second row on the far right.
Yeah, Brent, over here. It seems like offensively everything's just kind of difficult for you guys, and especially sustaining drives. Is there any single one thing that you guys feel like you can hang your hat on moving forward offensively right now?
Any one thing that we can hang our hat on? I mean, obviously we haven't been very good, this season, and we got to get better everywhere. And so, I like the leadership, I like the will of this team, the hunger. Again, we got to help guys when you got some guys that are inexperienced. We got to continue to help them, get them to again know what to do every play, be able to play in a competitive way against whoever we're lined up against. And I thought again we flashed. I thought again there's a lot of really good things that we saw in the first half, and again just having the ability to sustain those things is what we missed today.
All right, we're going to go 3 rows back right here in the middle. Right behind you. Grab the mic. It's right behind you there. No. Right there in front of you. There you go.
Chris Vanini from The Athletic. Brent, the first drive after the interception, you kicked the field goal, missed it. Did you consider going for that at all early on?
Yeah, we did. We chose to kick it, missed it, so not a good decision.
All right, we're going to go to the front row right here on the
Eric Bailey with the Tulsa World. Michael, can you just talk a little bit about your day, some of the things you saw, and just how did it progress, and just overall thoughts?
Overall thoughts of the game, I just could have came out a little harder. Just saw little things I could have fixed on the sideline just after plays, and got through it better. Could have gotten through it better and just lead my team in a better way. And just the biggest thing for me is just coming back with a harder and mindset of working and leading my team when things go left. So just getting through adversity.
All right, we're going to go front row all the way here on the left side.
James Hale, CBS Radio, Oklahoma City. Danny and Billy, talk about stopping their run game today. I don't think we expected them to be able to run it like that, but tackling today and things like that. What did you guys see out there and feel out there?
I mean, it really just takes everyone's 111. Everyone has to do their job. I mean, when it comes to tackling, we have to practice harder during practice. That's just what it comes down to. Being better on those Tuesday, Wednesdays, those physical days. Just not letting kind of miss tackling practice go by. Just we have to step up as leaders and demand more from everyone. We can't just be the coaches all the time. We talk about player led. We need guys like me, Billy, just to really step up and demand more from everyone else around us.
Yeah, just like what Danny said, but first off, myself has to do better. The whole team, we have to be gap sound, and ultimately we got to tackle better, and it starts with a mindset and a want to do it. So we got to want to do better and get better at that.
All right, guys, we're going to stay in the front row and go right here on the right side.
Brent, this is Brandon Drum, OUInsiderRivals.com. That fumble that rolled into the end zone, did you feel like that was kind of the turning point of the game for you guys? And what was, I guess, the overall attitude of the defense after that?
Well, I still felt the attitude was fine. We couldn't, you create your own breaks, by effort, by toughness, by being in the right place, by putting them in the right call. And again, that's just the way it rolls sometimes. And that's, for us, man, for us on defense, we've got to take responsibility for that.
Are we going to go to the second row here on the left, halfway?
Brent, Kevin Sherrington, Dallas Morning News. At any point, did you consider making a change at quarterback?
No.
All right, raise your hand. We'll get the microphone to you if you have a question. We're going to go third row here on the right side in the middle. Cedric.
Hey, Brent. Cedric Golden, Austin American Statesman. What did their guys do to make life difficult for Michael today?
I think it's probably a combination of everything. When they're playing, consistent run defense, I think they put the offense in a position where they're going to be one-dimensional and, and more predictable offensively. And again, sounds like, again, familiar territory for us, but again, we still had too many third and longs, and when you do that against a team that can rush the passer and they can play great in coverage, again, the second and the third level, the windows are tight, the timing is sped up, again, the 5-on-5 with the wrap stuff, the 6-on-5 at times, it gets there fast. So it's a combination there. They're sound, they're physical, again, tight coverage, and really good in the run defense.
All right, we're going to go to the front row right here in the middle, on the left side.
Ryan Aber from the Oklahoman. For y'all, what was the feeling on the field, on the sidelines there over the last 2.5 minutes of the first half when the fumble recovery happens and then everything just seems to avalanche, Texas's way?
Yeah, well, again, it's you had some things that again were good in the first half. It's 14-3, and we go back-to-back fumbles. I gave up a touchdown. That was, and it's still, even at that point, it's 21-3. All right, not ideal. We're getting the ball back. You start the second half, down by 18. Again, we're going to have some things go our way. And again, at the end of the day, what I was most disappointed in was the defensive side of the ball. We're better than that. Give credit to Texas. Again, give all the credit to Texas, but we got to take responsibility. And we're capable of playing at a much more consistent, precise, physical way, and we weren't today when we needed to the most.
All right, we're going to go far left, second row on the aisle.
Brent, Colin Capisi from the Dallas Morning News. How much did your offense miss Nick Anderson and Jaleel Farouk today, just in terms of developing big plays?
Yeah, again, those are really good players. This is football. Injuries are part of the game. We've got good players. They're young. They don't have the same track record necessarily, but we got good, capable players that replaced them. And, I believe in our guys.
All right, we're going to go 4 rows back here along the aisle.
Is that me?
Yeah, it's you, Michelle.
Coach, Michelle Montaigne, WFAA. In your first season as head coach, it was a frustrating loss to Texas. How does that help you kind of put this loss in perspective, especially for the rest of the season?
Well, again, this is a season, of its own. It's a different team. There's not many guys that are still in this locker room that were there then. So this is football. I've coached for 30 years, and there's been plenty of wins, and there's been losses along the way too. So it's about being a competitor, being a leader, being someone that's highly invested, caring for your opportunities, certainly caring for one another and the guys that are in the locker room with you, and responding, fighting back, taking ownership of all of your work, good and bad, and that's everybody in the organization, and then showing back up and starting right back over. That's what you got to do. You scarred up through it. You hurt from it because you invest a lot, and nobody planned for that, what took place today. But you got to move forward, and you got to learn from it, grow from it, dust yourself off, and go right back at it.
All right, we're going to go right here on the front row on the far right.
Brent, Myron Patton, OKC Sports Radio. It seemed like you tried to work the edges of your passing game. Did they do something to take away the middle of the field for you that you just couldn't work that as much?
Well, they closed the middle of the field a lot, and I don't know what the percentages would be, but on long yardage situations, they do close the middle of the field quite a bit. So we had a few opportunities. We hit some of the intermediate routes in the windows. Thought we did a nice job there at times. Certainly need to do it more. And but I thought we had some guys open in some of those windows. We had a tight end, that went through his hands. It came in a little hot there that would have been a touchdown there late. And we had a few of those concepts today that sometimes they were there because they were in split safety, and sometimes they weren't because they were in single high.
All right, last question is going to come from Barry, far left.
Yeah, Billy, you guys, you get the early interception in the first quarter. Texas had 0 first downs, I think 15 total yards. What did you see that happened after that, where the defense fell off after that first quarter?
We just gift wrapped it him, just opportunities. We just gave it to him. As a defense, we're better than that. Like Coach said, we take full accountability, especially me and Danny. But in the story, we gave it to him. There was none. In my mind, they didn't earn what they got shortly after that interception.
Okay, that's it. Thank you, gentlemen.